Now, in my previous video, I was saying bye to YouTube, and I was going to put my YouTube on the shelf to concentrate on getting fit. Well, that actually hasn't quite went as planned, so here I am again, back on YouTube with another new video. This will be my 491st, I think. Yeah, getting up there. Did I say 400? No, this will be my 391st. See, not even I can keep up with my own videos. Now, I am going to be making a series of videos, this one being the first, of my views on every single WrestleMania that's happened. So there will be 28 videos in total. Now, the plan is, I've just watched WrestleMania 1, and the plan is to re-watch them all before April 7th, which is, of course, WrestleMania 29. Whether I'm able to do this or not remains a mystery, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Right, let's get started. You know, the first 3 WrestleManias I wasn't even born, so I've got no memories, obviously, of the first 3 events. And it wasn't until 1991, and I was almost 4, that I started getting into wrestling. Now, right on to WrestleMania 1 from 1985. We start with the national anthem, sung by Mean Gene Okerlund, and then we're right on to it after the first interviews of the night. It is Tito Santana versus the Executioner, the very first WrestleMania match. I give this one 2 stars out of 5. It's not a bad match, but it's not very memorable. Tito Santana defeated the Executioner by submission. Next is the squash match of the night. Now, I can't rate squash matches any higher than 1, so this will automatically get a 1-star match. King Kong Bundy destroys SD Special Delivery Jones in record time, according to Gorilla Monsoon. Our third match of the night sees Ricky Steamboat defeating Matt Bourne. Matt Bourne would later become the original Doink the Clown, the evil version. Now, none of these matches on the first WrestleMania have that 5 to 3-star quality, and every match I've rated is no more than 2 stars. But I believe this was the best singles match of the night. Again, it wasn't very memorable, but it was passable. Ricky Steamboat defeated Matt Bourne. Our next match is one of the most boring WrestleMania matches, one of the most boring wrestling matches ever. David Sammartino versus Brutus Beefcake before he was the Barber. Both were double disqualified following interference from Luscious John. And then the future WWE Hall of Famer Bruno Sammartino came in and cleaned house. Now, it was after the bell when the excitement actually began. The match is dire viewing. I hate it. I feel like skipping it because it's that bad. Next we have is the first championship match of the night, which pits Greg the Hammer Valentine against Junkyard Dog. Now, originally, Greg the Hammer Valentine defeated Junkyard Dog via pinfall, but his feet were on the ropes. Tito Santana comes back down to the ringside area and alerts the referee of this, and the match is restarted. And because Greg the Hammer Valentine refused to get back into the ring, he was counted out but retained his title. Now, this had a few spots in there quite funny, like Jimmy Hart taking a awkward looking fall to the outside. I don't think that was planned to end that way. But again, work rate wise, no, it wasn't 3 stars worthy. Another 2-star match. Next is the WWF Tag Team Championship matchup, and it is Mike Rotundo teaming up with Barry Windham. Mike Rotundo would become Erwin Arceister later on, and they would be going up against the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. Again, this is a 2-star matchup. It was probably the second best match of the night, second most exciting match of the night, if you will. The Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov walk out WWF Tag Team Champions with the help of the late Fred Blassie's cane. Now up next was the big matchup between the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant, who slammed Big John Studd in this contest to keep his career alive. Now this match, other than the WrestleMania moment that was Andre slamming Studd, there was not much going on in this match, so I can't rate this more than 1 star. Despite, you know, every match he's in, there's always an awe watching Andre, but there was just not much going on in this matchup. Then we have the WWF Ladies Championship match, as it was called. Leilani Kai and her manager, Fabulous Moolah, taking on Wendy Richter. And in her corner was Cyndi Lauper, who was huge, I believe, in 1985. Wendy Richter would defeat Leilani Kai to capture the Ladies Championship in what was a horrendous matchup. The ending was even botched. It sucked. Now our final match of the night was the main event, of course, which everyone was waiting to see. It was WWF Champion Hulk Hogan teaming up with then TV megastar Mr. T to take on the team of Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Muhammad Ali, who got a great ovation of the night, was the outside referee. Pat Patterson was the referee inside the ring. Liberace was the guest timekeeper, and baseball former manager, I believe, Billy Morton, he was the guest ring announcer. I'm not really familiar with him because we don't get much baseball coverage over here in the UK, so I'm quite unfamiliar with that sport and its stars. Now this match, like the rest of the matches during the card, was no more than a 2-star match, work rate wise. However, the excitement was there. It was the most important match of the night, and it was the best match of the night. It was sloppy, and it was overbooked at times, but the right team went over. The baby faces won. Cowboy Bob Orton accidentally hurt Mr. Wonderful with his cast. Hogan got the pin. Mr. T made sure Piper, never broke up the count. And the lesser guy of the heel team, he got pinned by Hogan. Now, WrestleMania was the start, of course, of the WrestleMania franchise. It was, in the early days of Hulkamania, wrestling was going mainstream. So it is an important event of the history of wrestling, professional wrestling. But is it the best WrestleMania? Hell no. I can only give this show 2 stars out of 5. Now, the guy who stole the show from me, who was in the match of the night, was Rowdy Roddy Piper. Now, next I'll be rewatching WrestleMania 2, which took place in 1986. And hopefully I'll be able to rewatch the rest of the WrestleManias in time, or else this series of videos will be incomplete, and I don't like incomplete things. Alright, hope you enjoyed my thoughts, my review of WrestleMania 1 from 1985, Madison Square Garden.